Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Grub Buds. Of course, I'm your host, the most human Steam Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined by the Hope. Oh my God, very hoish. Named Joe Booty Boy Booty, and notice the throat is the pretty bald. This is fresh bald.
This is fresh bald. Yesterday morning.
That's a wow.
I had an event at 1, and I was like, I'll shave my head at 9 a.m. Why not? So,
fair enough. Fresh.
went to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Fucking got my ass beat round 1 and 2.
That was my guess. Also.
And then beat that ass rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Whoa, the upsets.
I didn't play a single game 3. I was either getting 2-0'd or 2-0ing bitches. There was no in between.
So how does that work out?
So you play a best of 3.
Right. What place did you get? I mean.
Not top 4, so it doesn't matter.
Ass.
Yeah. We only cut out to top 4. So.
Nice.
Yep.
4-2 on the day though.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. Especially starting off 0-2, would not have guessed my final record be 4-2. So.
You thought you'd be at maximum power bald, but it's all or nothing, right? It either sticks or it slides right off. That's how it goes.
That is how it works.
Welcome everybody into another episode of the Grub Buds. Today we are trying Arby's barbecue menu. They have a brisket, a pulled pork, and for allegedly limited time only, white cheddar mac and cheese.
Yeah.
They also have a sweet and a spicy sauce. We're gonna try
Which
them
are
both.
collabs with Cedric the Entertainer and Anthony Anderson.
Interesting. Which one's which?
Cedric is sweet and Anthony spicy.
Interesting.
Yep.
I feel like I think of Anthony.
Yeah, I also have that flipped in my head.
Yeah,
Anthony's
right.
just a sweet guy, and then Cedric, he gets a little spicy sometimes.
Right, I would think Anthony Anderson?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought. I was debating so many last names. Like, we're right in the middle of the NBA playoffs, so I was thinking Anthony Edwards, and I was like, that's not right. And then, Captain America just came out, Anthony Mackie, and I'm like, no. No. I was like, I know those all sound wrong. All right, so we're having...
He's the one that does all the ish shows, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in Transformers.
Yep. That's it. Yeah, fucking this
No,
motherfucker.
no,
he was
no,
like,
no,
oh, the guy from
the
Cody
one.
Banks. I was
Yeah,
like, technically, yes,
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Not where I would have gone.
Technically,
He was in
yes,
Agent Cody
the guy
Banks,
from
yeah.
Agent Cody Banks.
I was like, that's
This-
not where I would have gone first.
I guess I just don't have that much Agent Cody Banks knowledge. Joe has a bunch of Agent Cody Banks knowledge. Owen has a bunch of Agent Cody Banks knowledge. Tina has a bunch of.
I
my
watched
fiance, Tina has a
them.
bunch
Yeah,
of-
but like they never stuck with me.
I like maybe watched it. Yeah, like I don't think I avoided it. I wasn't not allowed to watch it.
I
but,
know
like,
Hillary Duff didn't come back for the second one, and that's like the only thing I know.
Correct.
She was okay. Well, yeah.
the first one.
You know what? Maybe I just haven't really watched it. I don't know.
It's Frankie Muniz.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And I knew one of the songs is in Agent Cody Banks.
Like Secret Agent, man.
No,
It is, for what it's worth.
I want to say it's like a little Bow Wow song or something like that.
That also tracks.
But not quite. I know. Again, this is why I need Owen here. Apparently, Joe does not have as much Agent Cody Banks knowledge as Owen does.
Wow.
That being said, welcome everybody into Grub Buds. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing. Comment how many times you have watched Agent Cody Banks.
Comment your favorite Anthony Anderson film.
That one too. Yeah.
Comment your favorite Agent Cody Banks fun fact.
Yeah, sure. If you're
And
listening,
we'll see if Owen knows it or not.
if you're on Spotify, like, comment, subscribe over there. Shout out to our patrons over at patreon.com/opendisaster. Shout out Joe, Aaron, Skylar, Dylan, Ozzy. Already said Aaron. Mailbox Kansas City now open in the Iron District.
I got a TikTok from them in my feed. It was
Okay.
talking about the story.
I got that too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
It's almost like we know the guys. It's crazy.
I know.
There was literally like someone you may know. And I was like, I do know.
Yeah, famously. Yes. Okay. Well, let's get into it. I don't want to keep everybody waiting here.
Yeah. So they have 2 sandwiches. They have 2 quarter-pound sandwiches.
Yeah,
they
well,
have
I'll let you say
a smoked brisket sandwich, and they have a pulled pork sandwich. So we got 2 of each of the sandwiches. We're going to try one with the sweet sauce and one with the spicy sauce. And that's kind of what we're rocking.
That's a hefty bag of sandwiches.
It's a pound, if I had to guess. 4 quarter-pound sandwiches.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking... We only had sweet sauce. We were like, hey, can we get some of the spicy? And they fucking gave us like 3 fucking more. I was like, oh, God.
Well, yeah, because we got 4 of the sweets. I was like, hey, yeah, can we get some of the spices? And dude just like, oh, yeah, sure. Handful. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's doing a real good job focusing on your balls there.
It is. Ooh, that looks like it's the spicy is a chipotle smoked. And then I believe just a bourbon for the sweet. Hell yeah.
Hello, Simon Scholar. How's it going?
Wow.
Open that up. Tell me what it is. Oh wait.
Does it say?
Yeah, we're doing one at a time. This looks like brisket to me, Bob.
Oh, it's brisket. All right, well, let's do sweets. What I will say, once I sit it back down.
So let's sauce it first, then cut it.
Okay. Interesting. I figured we'd all just take our own sweet packets. And
I mean, I guess, yeah, we do have enough sauce.
Yeah.
Fucking might as well.
What I will show, I showed the camera the...
You showed speed.
Yes, I showed it. I showed meat. No, I showed the
Meat
camera
right
the
here.
sauces. Even, like, their pictures on the sauce packets look like Cedric should be spicy and Anthony should be sweet. Is that, like... It's like, why? What are we even doing here?
Makes you say that. Want to pass me a sauce?
I don't know how to.
They're spicy.
I don't fucking know how to do thirds. Someone else do this. I'm scared.
They're sweet. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, because Anthony's just like a nice smile, and Cedric's like,
Yeah, Cedric's got his mouth open like he could be screaming because of how spicy it is. Which feels more like Cedric the Entertainer's... again,
But Cedric the Entertainer is also comedian, right?
It's a bus in
So
brown
is,
sugar.
so is
Sorry.
Anthony Anderson.
Yes, they are both comedians, as
Oh,
it turns out.
well, I mean, but
I don't think.
Anthony Anderson, I would say, is more known as actor.
Yeah, right. I would say Anthony Anderson's more of an actor, but he's mostly in comedies.
Yes.
He's not a...
He is a funny guy.
What was he in? What was it? Empire or what was the one about the record?
Oh, Empire, yeah.
Yeah,
I think he was in that.
I think he
That
was in
sounds right.
that. Okay. All right. Yeah, somebody passed me a plate as well.
And then, did you want to start spicy or sweet on this? Or you said sweet.
Let's do sweet first.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's get a baseline for how.
And then we can ramp. As I say, it would hurt to demolish our palates and then try to taste something sweet afterwards. I feel
Crazy you
like.
think that it's going to be any amount of actually hot.
Oh no, I'm aware.
I don't think I've ever had a barbecue sauce that's made me go, I can't have this. You
Well,
know?
Da Bomb is technically classified as a barbecue sauce.
No, it's not. Really?
They sell it at like barbecue stores. That's like one of the only places to get it.
Okay. Well, that would make me do that. But yes, evening Simon Scholar. I know we already commented on it, but
You've been around a lot lately.
yes.
Time off from work, I hope. Because he stopped by the Minecraft stream on Saturday
Gonna
too.
Oh, nice.
gonna make sure I use the Truman Steen
you guys
patented
find
claw
that?
method.
Chicken jockey.
We have not. I told him because we're doing a fucking. It's like a. You start off in like the Stone Age, and eventually we're gonna like build rockets and like go to different planets and shit. I told him if we ever run into a chicken jockey, I'm just calling the series. It's like
Oh,
we're done.
You're doing a mod pack. Okay.
Yeah, it's SevTech Ages. And this shit is taking ages. I'll tell you what.
The brisket. Fine.
Actually, let me do a bite with that sauce.
Hold on.
The brisket kind of just tastes like beef.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't taste very smoky. You know what I'm saying? Are you guys feeling that?
I would agree
Yeah.
with that. Are you telling me they don't have a smoker at the back of the fucking Arby's?
Yeah, right. It's got to be pre-smoked, I guess. And then re-warmed. Yeah, how are they doing that? They cold smoking this? Bussin' brown sugar. This is what Cedric's is called, by the way.
I mean, I liked it. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
It is a good sauce for sure.
It is a good sauce. Sweet barbecue sauce.
That's a
Pretty
good sauce,
Pretty good sauce.
especially for like it's brown sugar bourbon sauce kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. We're in Kansas City.
Busted brown sugar.
Well, it's bussin' brown sugar, but I feel like that sauce to me too.
I said bourbon because I
Oh.
couldn't read bussin' from afar.
We're in Kansas City. This
I
is
saw a B and a U. I was like, that's probably bourbon.
this is prime.
This is straight
sweet
up
sauce,
our alley, yeah.
Sweet sauce country. Yeah. Casey Masterpiece, always pretty sweet.
Sweet Baby Ray's,
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Not really a
necessarily
Kansas City
Kansas City
thing,
one,
but it is a sweet sauce that exists.
wildly popular sweet sauce.
True.
Yes.
It sells well here.
So let's give this a rating.
You want to put the spreadsheet up?
Yeah, I mean, I want to, I just haven't.
Fair.
Can't.
The sweet brisket, man. I don't know. It's all right, but not great. I'm at like a 62. It's good, but not great.
Yeah. 62 for Vincent. Yeah, this sandwich is pretty middle of the road to good, but it's like if I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, would I go get this? Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
It
Being
is
in Kansas-
harder to justify. Yeah.
Being in Kansas City, you're a stone's throw away from a better brisket sandwich than this.
Oh, how much?
However,
was this?
yeah, as I was saying,
The price
yeah,
comparison.
The part that I realized I should probably go pull up.
Probably what, $6.99?
Hold on. If you continue holding on.
Because Arby's isn't the cheapest either. It could be like over $7 even.
I gotta select the location before you'll give me the damn price. Jeez, come on, man.
Things do cost different.
Paying more at fucking Olathe than over here in
$7.19.
$7.19.
Yep.
How much does a nooner cost at Gates?
I feel like those are up to like $11 or $12 now.
But you get fries.
You get fries and a drink.
And a drink? I don't know.
I don't think it's a drink.
I doubt you get a drink. So,
But I would also say, just based on quality alone, I would say a nooner is $3 better or $4 better than this.
right, especially when it comes to fries.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you, if you had a drink for $3, the Arby's meal probably costs $10.50, maybe $11 with tax. It's like the nooner might cost with a drink $14, $15, same kind of zone. It's like, yeah, I would definitely.
$11.59
$11.59
for this sandwich, fries, and a drink from Arby's.
Oh my god! And that's like mediums, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the
Well,
yeah.
Nooner all day, baby.
Sorry,
nooner.
you want a large? That's $11.99.
Yeah, go to get what?
It is not much of an upsell. From a medium to a large, you go from $11.59 to $11.99.
Oh, might as well get the
40 cents. Might as well get the large.
Okay, yeah, right, sure. So $11.99 nooner plus a drink, you're probably at $15. I would definitely recommend $15 for the nooner. That being said, is it like if somebody brought me this, would I eat it? Yeah, I'd eat it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to grab it again. It's better than mid. It's
Honestly, you living so close to an Arby's, I think that's an upsell, or like that's a benefit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like would I go to an Arby's to get this? Fuck no, I don't live anywhere close to an Arby's. But if there was an Arby's across the street, maybe.
yeah. I mean, I'm not across the street. You know, I'm down the road.
Right, that's what I meant.
Around the corner, and yeah, I mean, but still, I could walk. I could walk to the Arby's.
Yes,
you know,
if
and
there was an
that's-
Arby's within walking distance.
Yeah, right.
I would consider getting this.
Right. It's a big thing with like Minsky's. It's like Minsky's is not only an upsell, but it's also, you know, I live within 2 minutes of a Pizza Hut. It's like, would I drive 10 minutes to a Minsky's and pay $15 more? Not really. No.
Not really.
That being said, for this sandwich, I'm giving this, I think, a straight 60. I'm
60.
grappling where to put it because I don't want to shit on it, but it's not great. It's not blowing me out of the water. I'm not recommending this.
To be fair, as someone who's not a huge Arby's enjoyer, this is better than most of the stuff I have at Arby's, I feel like.
Listen, as an Arby's defender,
Sure.
I would say
That's also why when I pitched this episode, I thought you wouldn't have any beef with it, because I was like, shut up, we get to do Arby's.
yeah, but it's fast food barbecue in the barbecue town always. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
We always are going to say the same things essentially, but also Arby's. I would say you say it's better than you're expecting things from Arby's to be. I would say that's how most things at Arby's are for people. They put Arby's in their head to be this thing, and then it's not. But beside the point, I'll get off my Arby's soapbox.
Like, other than the beef and cheddar, there's not really a ton of pull for Arby's for me.
No gyro, no buffalo chicken sandwich. What about the 4 different sliders for $1.99?
They're so small.
Listen,
and
Are they
packed
still
full of flavor.
$1.99?
What?
Are they still $1.99?
They might be up to $2.20.
Can you put this down as a 65 for me, Chef?
65
Fucking
for
what
you,
else is
chef.
woke gonna take from us? Can't even have $1.99 sliders anymore.
I know.
JK 64.
Joe wants it to be exactly 62, which is where Vincent put it. I mean, yeah, I think we're
Ball
all
nowhere.
basically in agreement. This is fine to good
Yeah.
Yeah.
for a fast food sandwich that is supposed to be barbecue. Sure. It's good sauce.
Yeah.
You know, shout out the sauce. It's good. It's a good sweet sauce. Hard to fuck up a sweet sauce though. I don't know if I've ever had a bad sweet sauce.
It doesn't
I'll
taste
have your
quite
sweet
right.
sauce.
Did you put enough sugar in it?
What?
It doesn't taste quite right. Did you put enough sugar in it? That could be it. We'll try it anyway. Oh, look at that. It tastes great.
So now do we go spicy brisket or do we go sweet pulled pork?
We're gonna
If
go
you
whatever I pull.
if you put
There it
pulled
is.
pork,
Hold on, let me show this. Let me show the stream.
He's gonna show meat. Hate that.
what is it? Other brisket?
Yep. So we're going spicy brisket this time.
It's spicy time.
Chipotle smoke.
It's got a ring. It's got a smoke ring on it. For fucking
So it can't be that bad.
yeah, for everything we can say about it, it's It's got allegedly
It's
a smoke ring.
smoky.
It's good texture. Like, it's been cooked right, you know? It's not rubbery. It's been cut against the grain. Whenever you're cutting brisket at mass, I assume a machine is doing it, which makes it a lot easier to cut it against the grain. Sometimes I go to barbecue places in Kansas City, and they're cutting it with the grain, and I'm like, what are you doing?
That's fucking crazy.
You're here.
You're here. And when you're here, you're family.
You should know. You're in Cowtown, brother.
That was not even close.
No.
Joe's giving the sauce a little pre-taste.
You know what? What's always a nice sentiment? I was on this show. I have to always, whenever I'm cutting a sandwich into thirds, I have to cut it into a peace symbol. And you know what? That really says something about the Grub Buds, you know?
About how we want a piece of that ass.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to Cum Buds. We never left.
You know what? This is not a great thirds, honestly. But
You know, this is a good sauce.
is it?
Yeah. Just took a small pull of just the sauce.
Yeah, I fucking look over and Joe's fucking suckling on the fucking teat of
Hey,
the...
if they didn't want me to do
Suckling
it, they shouldn't have made it look like one of those squeezy applesauce packets. You
It
know?
does feel like a squeezy applesauce. I
Yeah.
do see what you're saying there.
You did get a... Here, I'll even cut off a little bit of mine because that is a very small third.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
You sure?
Truman screwed me over. I had a milkshake.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
don't need extra calories.
Because
at
Joe
this
didn't come
point.
to Nebraska with us. That's why Joe only gets the baby third.
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
only gets the fourth of a sandwich.
As Vincent famously went to Nebraska with them.
Yep. You bet on the ponies with us. All right. I'm going to do a Joe tasty. Little taster of the... Yeah, goddamn, you know?
It's a good sauce.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
People, like, sauce, anybody can make a good sauce. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm very specific about my meats, but, like, sauce can come from anywhere, you know? I did not know there was pickles. Did you guys get pickles on your last one?
Mm-hmm.
I like
I
half
didn't
of
have
any
any pickles
pickle.
on this one.
I got, like, a full pickle. You got a pickle over there?
I do have a full pickle on this one.
Just one?
Actually, I got a pickle and a half.
Maybe I got a pickle and a half. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
As far as barbecue sauces go, it's got real heat.
Yeah, and it's holding on to. It's not just like a quick burn.
Mm-hmm. Vincent will laugh at us for saying that, but
No, it registers. It's low, but it registers for me. So I assume normal people would find it spicy.
right, it does register. Yeah, it's probably even to as hot as a buffalo sauce, I'd say. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
The sauce kind of drowns out the meat.
Yeah.
The sauce is good.
So you're trying to say the sauce is too strong or the meat is very weak?
Yes.
I would say mostly that the meat is too weak, right?
Yeah.
Is that a good meat? You should taste the meat underneath the sauce, but it's like even like this much sauce to this much sand. You know, I put just here on like just the tip, and I'm for this full bite,
Oh heck yeah.
Just a modicum of sauce.
I'm still tasting the sauce more than the meat. I'm wondering if the pork will be a little bit better because that ends up being pretty close to Arby's roast beef. Just a little more tender than an Arby's roast beef, you know. But yeah, the meat is just so plain that it's all one note. It's all sauce. It's all. So, but you know, here we are critiquing Arby's brisket to Kansas City barbecue standards, but
Not
but
much of a
it's-
fair fight unless it's LC's burn ends.
True. I'm trying to decide if this is better than the sweet sauce or not.
I think it's clearly better, in my opinion. But it also, as someone who likes spicy, it's just more of what I like.
It has a better depth of flavor, right? It's got, but like, man, the sweet sauce is real good. I'm a sucker for this sweet sauce.
Neither sauce are bad. They're both good.
I'm gonna throw this one at
I think I do like the chipotle sauce more.
I'm gonna throw this one at a 65.
65 for Joe.
It's a hint better, but
Yeah.
at the same day, it's the same sandwich. Sorry, end of the day, it's the same sandwich.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, do I think this sauce is better? Yes. Do I think it changes this sandwich into a realm of where I'd get it? No. I'm putting this at a 63.
Fair. Similarly, God damn it, fucking we strike again. I'm also at 65. Yep. 'Cause I also think it's 3 points better.
Yeah. It's a step up. It's just not that big of a step up.
Step up to the streets,
Just
starring
looking
Channing
for a
Tatum.
drink. Just looking for a bevy. Just going for the Diet Mountain Dew. There's full fat Mountain Dew upstairs if you want one. It's cold.
Instantly put that shit back.
Yeah. It's in the bottom left drawer. While Joe does that, I'll get the sandwich out. I'll show it to you guys. I'll have Vincent talk through what he's seeing.
Yeah, we can pull our pork a little bit on stream.
Pull my pud.
You and I'm a pud puller. What's your euphemism for jorking it?
Mostly jorking it. But
Jorking it.
personal favorite, choking the chicken.
Yeah.
That was always a good one.
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't even know why I asked this. I got nothing to play off this. Is it our third brisket sandwich? Oh, interesting. Pre-sauced. That looks kind of sad. I'll have Joe check the receipt. It's on the bag. Does it tell us if this is going to be sweet or spicy already? No.
No. Maybe pork does dry out
Sure.
faster if you don't have it in sauce. Maybe they just put it in a sauce in general. Maybe it's an Arby sauce.
Yeah, because they do have like a barbecue sauce already.
They
have like the barbecue burger.
I love Arby sauce. Their base sauce they've got. Fire. Am I cutting this one?
I got it. Fuck you.
Oh, I've been demoted. I don't get to cut anything.
After that last one, fucking.
That's fair.
We sent it upstairs. The big man said that you don't get to cut anymore.
Yeah, the big man. But like when I make pulled pork at home, I used to just pull it, but now I pull it and I finish it with like apple juice and brown sugar and butter and a little bit of extra rub and things. So
A little bit of Monica in your life.
So it would be wet in general, kind of like this one is, if I did that, but it wouldn't. This resembles a sauce. This has been sauced. I don't want to defend it too hard here.
It's under the sauce.
We going sweet or spicy first?
Might as well do sweet.
Might as well go sweet again. Okay.
You did a way better job than Truman did.
Yeah, I know. Fucking
Hey,
Truman got
listen,
demoted.
my first sandwich was fire. My first cut was good. All right, I'm gonna try just the base sandwich. See what we're cooking with here. Another one.
That tastes like it already has the sweet on it.
I'm thinking so. But also, it kind of just tastes, I don't taste pork. Like, it kind of just tastes like cafeteria lunch meat.
Yeah.
Just like, again, we're eating fast food barbecue. I need to not criticize it so hard. But it kind of just is all fine. It legit tastes like if it was like barbecue pulled pork sandwich at my niece's middle school today. It's like, cool. That's what this tastes like. Barbecue pulled pork sandwich at the middle school.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Believe it or not, you add the sauce, it kind of just tastes like the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, the sauce definitely doesn't change flavor, which does make me think you're right. That is tossed in sweet sauce already. Maybe the other one.
In their defense, a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Not
also, unless I was supposed to go in there and modify the sandwich and say
Yeah, that's what we
spicy,
checked the bag. It didn't say like that it was going to be pre-sauced or like there was. It doesn't say sweet or spicy on that.
Yeah.
But we also talked about it that pork dries out pretty quick too. and that you probably want to sauce it to keep it good.
Yeah. 'Cause let's see, the pulled pork.
Yeah, that one
Modify. Modify sandwich.
I'll go ahead and grade it. I'm going to drop it down a touch. I think this falls below the brisket for me because it just, again, it's lunchroom pork. It feels like.
There is no choice.
Give me.
Even though I can see the spicy on the list.
I would give it a straight 50 if it was just the
I
pork.
can't. It has to have the sweet sauce, and it's not broken because I can put other things on it. It has to have the sweet sauce.
Okay, so the pork technically can't go spicy then. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now
Here's another point for you while we're discussing the sandwich. The brisket, $7.19 for just a sandwich. The pulled pork, $6.09.
I would assume, yeah.
It's a whole $1 less.
Okay. I'm giving it a 52 because I would say it's mid, but the sweet sauce elevates it just a touch. I have hopes for it once the spicy sauce is out there. Once you guys finish your sweet sauce Go-Gurts, let me know what you guys are thinking.
It's some good sauce though.
It is a good sauce.
I can't wait.
I would keep this sauce, we'll add it to our pile of sauce.
No, that's the secret plan here. Arby's is gonna silently do away with these sandwiches, but do the like Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A thing of make bottles of these sauces.
I would.
To sell in the store. Heck yeah.
The only reason I could see them not doing it is because it's a collab and they don't want to have to split the bag.
That is true.
Yeah, then they'll just take it away and then they'll come back with spicy Chipotle barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
It's no longer
no longer
brown
Anthony's
sugar barbecue sauce.
Yeah. I love pulled pork. I think it's good slop, which I know is blasphemy because I remember the barbecue bracket episodes. You were talking about how fucking pulled pork is ass.
Pulled pork's not ass. It's just it's the easiest, and it's hard to have a very good. You can have a very bad, but it's also pretty hard to have a very bad.
I would say it's easy to have a pretty bad, but
that's true.
Easier to have a pretty bad, I should say.
It is described to me as the entry point for I want to do some barbecuing.
Yes.
It is relatively hard to mess up if you're trying.
Yes. Yeah, if you smoke it to 180 or 190, you're gonna have exactly what you want from it. You know?
But that being said, I think it's good, and I wasn't huge on the brisket. I think it's better than.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Give me like a 64.
Here's what this reminds me of. I just thought about it. It reminds me of crock pot pulled pork. Where people just put it in a crock pot, and I'm like, yeah.
Dude, when I was working at Rockhurst, we had a smoker, and fucking, you better believe Chef Steve was in there fucking, like, smoking shit overnight. And then it's like, the barbecue we had at Rockhurst was actually good as fuck.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, like, I know we gatekeep it to the city, but there really is no reason that you couldn't have good barbecue elsewhere.
Yeah.
Besides probably the plethora of meat we have at our disposal. We do have high-quality meat within a drive of us, within 4 hours. It doesn't have to get shipped anywhere. If we eat beef, it's probably coming from Kansas cows, So,
yeah. I think I'm a little better than you, but I'm kind of in the same. It's gonna get a 62 from me.
Okay.
I still like it.
Yeah.
It is still, but even though it is fast food barbecue, which is a standard I'm trying to hold it to.
Sure.
But it's still a sandwich. It's still a. Yeah. There's something else I'm gonna get at Arby's.
Listen, you gotta understand, I'm a hater. That's why. That's what's going on.
Fucking something I would like to
negative.
point out for being quarter-pound sandwiches. These aren't very hefty sandwiches.
No. I would say quarter pound aren't hefty sandwiches.
Yeah. Nice view there.
But like a quarter-pound burger, people generally think is like a hefted burger.
They don't need to see this.
You already showed this to them.
Yeah, you don't need to see this.
Yeah.
So is the word pull an oldie but a goodie?
Yeah.
That's a long
Man, I forgot about
callback.
that. That's funny. Sorry, you were just so good at cutting that last sandwich. You got to do it again.
No, now we get to roast Joe.
Yeah, Joe, cut a fucking sandwich.
Okay.
Let's see how you do it, huh?
Joe, cut some fucking witch.
Fuck, what were we just talking about?
People think of quarter-pound burgers as hefty burgers.
Oh,
Not hefty burgers.
Well, I would say a quarter-pound burger. If someone told me this burger is a quarter-pound, in my mind, that's like a fairly sized burger. Whereas But if you do like I've worked in a deli, a quarter pound of like deli meat is not a lot. It's like maybe like 3 or 4 slices.
Right. I would say I worked.
Or not 3 or 4, but like
So I worked
5 to
at,
6 slices.
I worked at Famous Dave's, and I think the standard for a sandwich was 6 ounces.
Yeah.
And so this is 4
Closer to a
ounces.
third-ish.
It is closer to a third. Yeah, it doesn't go in super well because 16 ounces is a pound.
Yeah.
Right. But sorry, a fourth is this
4
is 4
ounces.
ounces because
Yeah.
it's a fourth. Where 6 ounces, it's like, 50% more meat, and that's about a standard sandwich.
Yeah.
It's also when we sold barbecue out of our house in college. That's I'd cut 6 ounce sandwiches and sell them for $5.
Yeah.
And no, I don't toot my own horn. I'd say it's probably better than this.
What? Crazy.
That's right. I'm coming for Arby's bag.
Because if you spend $200 in 4 hours, you can get a better sandwich than fast food.
No, I mean we would, because you could get pork for. See, that's the other thing about pork. Pork is cheap.
Yeah, because
You can get
when
pork-
we were in college, Dylan's had. Granted, that was a great time to buy meat, and B, Dylan's would go on sale
Right.
all the time.
So you could smoke a pork for. You can get you used to be able to get it for 99 cents. The best deal you can kind of find nowadays is like $1.29 a pound. But I mean, so you can get an 8-pound, 9-pound pork butt for like
$10.
yeah, 10, 11, 12 bucks somewhere in there. To put the rub on it is cheap. You can make a full pork butt for $20, I would say, and have these and buy buns for $25, and you would have.
And you still have the spices later because you have to buy a buttload of spices.
Right. I wouldn't have to buy any spices, but yeah, right. And so I would say you could make these sandwiches that we're eating here. You can make sandwiches for all of us, everyone upstairs for $25 or whatever. And it's like you can only have 4 sandwiches for $4. You could probably make 15 sandwiches for $20. So it's like,
Yeah,
I'd probably rather do that.
For us and all the production crew that we have behind the screen, you guys don't get to see.
Yeah. Yeah, and somehow we keep a stable camera position at all times. We never do any alternate shots. The sound always sounds like this. We have to talk into the microphone. These other people are just jerking off behind us, behind the screen. It just keeps us on our toes. Whoa, All right.
He was on our hose named Joe.
Yes, yeah. On our hose named Joe. Nice. Let's
Also,
hit it with the spicy sauce.
I had a thought going into this, and I am glad to have been proven right about it.
Okay.
I will. We will get there when we talk about rankings.
Okay.
Do you want to make a shot for the bag?
Yeah, I'll make a shot for the bag.
So this could be significantly better.
I made
I'm
it.
going to steal your thunder, baby, because it's the sweet and the spicy together.
Not what I was thinking.
But to me, the spicy still kind of overrode all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna do 2? Okay.
Oh no, I absolutely missed. If you want a second shot.
Yeah, I
that's all
also
yours.
absolutely missed. So we're in the same boat here, pal.
Watching them shoot for the trash. Same spot. Human
Mine,
disease.
Well, I was gonna say, fucking, my first one was way short. That one was.
mine hit
that
the
one
back
was
edge
human
of the
disease, though.
bag, bounced off the gator, and is in the trifold.
nice. We haven't used that trifold in a while.
No,
Really
really haven't.
Honestly, but looking back, fucking, we need a higher quality camera if we're gonna use the trifold. Could not see shit on those cards that we wrote down.
Yeah. Okay.
Or use the second angle. That's what the second angle is for. Make it a second video feed that we can pipe in of the board.
I would say. Yeah. Okay. Vincent,
Yes.
you were going to give me your takes.
Before we started this, I thought in my head that I thought the chipotle sauce would go, or like the spicier sauce would pair better with the brisket, and the sweet sauce would pair better with the pulled pork. And I believe that.
I think that sticks, yeah.
Yeah, because I like this one less, even though I liked the spicy sauce better on the brisket. I like it less on this.
Yeah. And that's even with it already having the sweet sauce on there.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that being said, give me like a what was I at 64 on the?
Yeah, you're 64 on the sweet pulled pork.
It's like 61.
61, yeah.
I'm
That's-
a flat 60 for me.
Flat 60 for you. It got a little worse. I think got a little better, but it's also messy. You're adding sauce to something that's already sauced.
Oh, that was a horrific sound that came out of me. Why did it like?
But at least
rattle
it
like
gives
that?
it. I'm putting this all the way up to
I'm gonna go back to this
57
guy.
because it actually added flavor for me. Actually, I'm going to put it at 56 because it actually added flavor for me. and it like actually had something instead of, I would say, lunch meat, crock pot pulled pork like it was before.
Yeah.
So, both flavors are nice. I did have a friend that would make crock pot pulled pork with Gates Extra Hot. That was gas and a half.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. And the last thing, the white cheddar mac and cheese. As I just put white mac and cheese on. I'm not sure it is
White.
cheddar.
I believe the description says white cheddar mac and cheese. If you want to check the bag.
Okay. This is mac and cheese.
Crazy.
White.
So it was okay getting 2 of these.
You eat it full one, I assume?
No, I know. I was looking at the size. I was like, yeah, the 3 of us would get a bite.
Yeah, I told him I thought he was getting crazy with it, but
Yeah, it's a little smaller.
stir.
A little smaller than a
So it says on the lid. It's like
Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. What?
you better-
Stir it?
Yeah, stir that shit.
Please stir before eating.
Please.
Which means they're definitely just putting noodles in here and then putting the sauce on top. Which means that, to be fair, if you didn't stir before eating, you get like 3 like awesome bites. Now you're just gonna get mid bites. Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It also feels a little.
Hold on, see if you can hear that.
Yeah, he's got some good macaroni noises.
Damn it. You can't hear it.
So Joe's getting some good macaroni noises over there. That's what good pussy sounds like.
I was seeing if you could hear it on the mic. Here you go. Whoa. Okay. Hold on now.
Hold on now.
That's more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking second there. Oh, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I needed to try it first, but yes, I was also going to get there.
It can't be on the barbecue menu.
Man.
Because that's still my favorite thing to do when I go to Slaps. Always get whatever plate I get. Always get the mac and cheese to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Throw their sauce on there. Oh,
Here's something you need to understand about me. I fucking love mac and cheese. It's so good. I can't think of times I've had bad mac and cheese. You know?
is this a euphemism? Is this an innuendo?
It is a bit, yeah, it is a bit like that, yeah. It's a bit like pizza, for sure. Even bad pizza's still pretty good. I feel that way about, yeah.
I vividly remember at one of Owen's parties, I'm drunk off my ass, and Tina and Danny were like, damn, I could go for some mac and cheese. And I said, bet. And I just made mac and cheese in the middle of the party. Mm-hmm. And you were like, damn, this is good for box mac and cheese.
Yeah, because you zhuzh it up, right?
Yeah.
I zhuzh it up as well.
Yeah, you got it.
Tina does not enjoy a zhuzhed up mac and cheese, actually.
Well, sorry,
Really?
your zhuzhes are different. You, I assume, would put oregano in it,
No, not necessarily.
whereas Vincent's zhuzh was slice or 2 of American cheese.
Yep. And then also I add a couple of seasonings, but nothing crazy.
Right, I don't add. Yeah, I guess I would add shredded cheese also, not American cheese. But that is, a slice to American cheese does
Did you do
sound
spicy or sweet?
I just spicy.
I did spicy as well.
No, I did sweet.
How was that?
I like it.
Yeah.
Boss is the boss. It says so on the label.
Well, like that, call me crazy. I swear that mac and cheese almost had more smoky flavor than.
Than the smoked meats.
Yeah, the cheese had better flavor. It was a more interesting cheese, and these were more interesting meats. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Going meat for meat with the fucking mac and cheese is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
And adding the sauce, fucked and a half.
Yeah, I would legit get that again.
Okay, also speaking of working at Rockhurst, we had like a rotating concept down in the student union. Like it started off as a Subway, and then we were like a Chipotle knockoff, and then we were like, it was what the fuck were we called? It was barbecue.
Sure.
And you could go in and you could get a mac and cheese, and then we'd add your add your meat and your sauce just on top of the mac and cheese. Mm-hmm. Shit banged.
Yeah.
I would go in on my day off and be like, hey, let me get a fucking mac and cheese bowl.
Yeah.
Shit was good as hell.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Like buffet mac and cheese. Fire. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Casino buffet mac and cheese always was a fucking slap and a fucking half.
I have never been to a casino buffet.
I think all the ones in Kansas City are closed now, so
Damn.
you never can.
Damn.
but the mac and cheese was fire.
What's the best casino buffet you've been to?
I'm partial to Ameristar. I worked there, but it was always good.
My sibling worked at Harris. So.
Harris is a close second for me.
I only have 2 that I've ever been to.
Which ones?
Prairie Fire or Prairie Band.
Oh, yeah.
And that one that we got crab and lobster at in Colorado.
Yeah, there was ones where it's like you could have crab or you could have 2 lobster tails. And we're like,
I was going to say, yeah, why would I want a crab?
Yeah. And it was fine.
Fine.
Lobster tail's a little overrated sometimes. For the price, typically
I was going to say, the fortunate thing about that night is I'm pretty sure we were both up. So we just, won dinner essentially.
Yeah, we paid our dinners off.
And the ride home.
Yeah.
Was that the same night?
Vincent.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go get some water or something. Jesus Christ. I need like actual water.
Oh.
Soda would not help in this scenario.
I'd give you my water bottle, but it's like a straw water bottle.
He doesn't want you slurping.
I guess
on
I could take the lid off. All right, he's already gone.
He's too far gone.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. If you go to like a Chinese restaurant, the buffet mac and cheese would be fire, most of the time. And it's an easy dish to make, and it's like I would just show like if you were like if you're a person that had a gun in my head, they're like, take me to your nearest restaurant and give me a dish that you know is going to be good that maybe I haven't been exposed to before. Mac and cheese.
Maybe they haven't been exposed to before.
They've probably had mac and cheese before. But
this is Kansas City. You're not going to take them to a barbecue place? Something I might not have been exposed to before?
It would be nearest restaurant.
Okay.
Nearest restaurant. You can name one dish, and you have to go to the nearest restaurant, and gun to your head, it has to bang or you die. I'd say mac and cheese.
It has to bang or you get banged. No, that came out wrong.
Wait, hey, wait a minute. Hey, whoa. I guess
That's why I swallowed
Arby's
wrong.
might be the closest mac and cheese to me, so I know that I survived. It bangs.
Oh no, because you talking about the barbecue rangoons at Pease.
That's true.
You'd survive.
That sounds fucking gas as well. What the fuck?
Have you never had the barbecue rangoons?
No.
You ever been to Pease?
I've been to Pease.
Okay.
Never had the barbecue rangoons, man.
No.
You're missing out.
Next time we go to watch a game, fucking gotta hook me up.
Yeah. What was going on there?
I swallowed wrong and it was a little cough, and then because I like coughed hard on the little cough, it became a big cough, and then it was just fucking it's game over.
Yeah.
Lost my voice for like 30 seconds. It was
one
crazy.
of those where you gotta almost just commit to it and just
Full reset.
You gotta hack. You gotta hit a hack, or you gotta have water.
Yeah, and I was annoyed because like by the time I made it up to the kitchen, like I could already feel like I was fine, but I was like, I'm gonna drink this fucking water anyway.
All right, for this mac and cheese, I'm a fucking sucker. 87, dude. I fucking love white mac and cheese.
Goddamn. All right, it's good. Let's not get crazy. That was good.
81.
It is the best thing we've had tonight.
81 for Joe.
So I'm at like 77 on it.
77 for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm legit like thinking about how I'm gonna have Arby's mac and cheese within like the next month. If this is
limited time.
I fucking
Supposedly.
think they have it, but I'm not sure. I've heard Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is good. I just never get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? Give it an 88. Round it out to a nice even score there. Okay.
I have a recipe for a nice cheeseburger casserole that's basically just make your own like 9x13 of mac and cheese, and then you just add a pound of ground beef and like some grilling seasonings. It's really good.
Okay.
Morgan really enjoys it, and she will never let me put the layer of American cheese slices across the top like you're supposed to.
It won't let you? I'd let you do that to me, Joe.
I know you would.
I'd let you cheese me up.
I don't love putting the sauces together.
No?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
Sweet and spicy?
Oh, you're double go-gurting over there. I
Yeah.
didn't notice that.
Maybe that was my issue with the second sandwich then.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. So here's our general thoughts, I think. Brisket, slightly better than the pork. Vincent, you were kind of all over the place. I was going to say you disagree, but I don't think that's necessarily true.
In general, I like pork better than a brisket.
Sure.
But yeah, with this, I don't just having the spicy sauce on the pulled pork was not the vibe.
Yeah. I would also say the brisket essentially kind of tasted like the roast beef, but more tender. As an Arby's connoisseur. The best thing to go.
I know Vincent and I's scores kind of show at least how we feel.
Yeah.
They're about the same. You had a little bit more separation, but that's just because you can be a little bit of a pulled pork snob.
I'm a pork snob, as they say. I would also say the spicy sauce better than the sweet sauce. The sweet sauce still pretty good.
I am finishing the sweet sauce where I have yet to finish my spicy sauce. So
Yeah,
say without what you will.
The sweet sauce is a fucking banger of a sweet sauce. The spicy sauce is good, but I'm not sure. Like, there's some pretty good spicy sauces that I've had where I'm like, I would probably rather have those. But that sweet sauce could go up there with any of them, honestly.
I agree with that.
Best thing on the menu: white mac and cheese, always.
Yeah.
Fucking put a gun to my head: white mac and cheese. Mac and
And
cheese.
Joe, they had an orange cream shake. How was that?
Gets thumbs up for me.
It was good. That was.
Okay, they liked it. I told them I didn't think we should rank it because I would take that shit.
Especially because if you're going to Arby's, order through the app. There's going to be a deal in there for $1 shake. Get a shake for $1.
Yeah, dude, they finessed the fuck out of Joe. They were like, you could get 25% off your order, or you could get a shake for an extra $1. He was like, gotta go shake.
I want to try the shake.
That's fair. While we're still here, I do want to thank everybody over at the Patreon, patreon.com/opendisaster. I do want to remind you to like, comment, subscribe. What are we commenting? Favorite Anthony Anderson movie?
No,
Yep.
the number of times you've watched Agent Cody Banks.
Also,
Yeah, Agent Cody Banks fun facts.
Wasn't there one more? Maybe it was Cody Banks fun facts. Number of time you watch Cody Banks and Anthony Anderson movies.
Yeah.
You can comment any of those things. All of those things. Yeah, patreon.com/opendisaster. I do appreciate it. I think as far as pulled pork goes, I would say
We've had enough of this nonsense.